You know what time it is. This is Kiyha's Jambaliyha. You know I'm always cooking up something hot. Come on in. Let me feed you, baby.
So this is me, y'all, and I am here with another episode of Kiyha's Jambaliyha. Because you know, I love to serve it up hot. So, y'all, in this New Year episode, I want each of us to just take a second to just say what we are most proud of that we did in 2022. Let's start with that because I feel like we don't praise ourselves enough. So what was your biggest accomplishment in 2022 that you're proud
of? The building of the greenhouse at the OFC retreat. That was a big one. It was hard work, but the impact and what it means for us as a community in terms of food security and stuff like that was one of the biggest things. Like I don't know, you caught me off guard, so I'm not sure if you mean just in general, in business, in life, but for me, like but that's a business accomplishment that I'm
whatever that one thing is. It could be in any aspect of your life.
Okay, all right. So in that case, yeah. So okay, and I'm saying two. Then I'm saying one for the business that was big for me, and spending more time with my family this year, with my children and my wife and stuff like that. Making a conscious effort to do that this year was big for me. I'm glad to be able to be around more.
Amen. I love that. Gigi, how about you?
For me, I have two things, because one's very personal and one's just in terms of, so my first is obviously building that generational wealth. So I moved into my new place, which is in addition to the assets of my life. It was a tough one, but I'm very grateful for it. It was a scary one, but that helped me push through the boundary of what needs to be pushed to get to the next level. But my next one that I think I'm most proud of, that I always kind of looked at like a weakness, was expressing when my feelings were hurt, is letting the people around me know that my feelings were hurt when I felt they didn't show up, or I felt that they didn't, that. And like anyone who knows me knows that I'll bottle that up and be like, cool, I'll just cut you off and keep it pushing, or just like I'll retreat, and just because I'm not a conflict person, but I was just like, no, it's not a bad thing to let somebody know, hey, you know what? My feelings were hurt here. We're human. We're supposed to have feelings, and you should be able to accept that. And then when people really care, they know to fix up. And I'm very happy to see that. And I think maybe that's the fear too of you telling someone that your feelings are hurt, and they'll be like, well, yo, forget you then, or whatnot. But like for those who knew, there's just like, oh, you know what? You're right. And they came fixed up, and I was just like, oh, that made me feel so much better. So yeah, that's what it is for me.
So and I love that you said that, because what it really means is that yes, you express yourself about those things, but it felt even better to be validated, for them to actually own it and give you your piece.
Not entirely. For me, it was mostly about expressing it, because my throat chakra tends to be closed a lot, and I'm very tactful with what I say and stuff like that. And sometimes that means me not giving the full 100, and so that's me exercising my powers of the throat chakra, and it's also me stating that feelings do not equate weakness, which is something that's ingrained in me that I've been really wanting to work out, and I think this is like the first breakthrough into releasing that. So I think that was the cherry on top, that it was recognized, but the important work that was done was me being able to express it.
Oh, I love that. So,
what about you?
Yeah, I am so proud of myself, just for all of my small accomplishments in trying to get my life together. I have been giving myself more love, more attention. I have been truly blessed with an individual in my life who is helping me, get my mind right and get my personal space together. And I'm very happy about that. But I'm so proud. I'm so proud that I've succumbed to it, because I can be resilient sometimes to change. So I'm very, very happy that I was able to get in that mode.
You mean resistant to change, right?
Yeah, I have been, yes, resistant to change. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
So for myself, just being better to me, and that's what I'm proud of. I released a song this year called Pyrex, and it was a dedication to my family, and I thought that I was going to be able to do the video within this year, but I didn't get it done. So very shortly you'll be seeing a video for Pyrex, but I'm very happy that I was able to release the song as an ode to my people. So if you get a chance, go ahead and listen to that, and we will move on and segue from that into the news.
Just take a quick positive cause just to shout out our homegirls, Kemba and Andrea from Keen Real Estate Group. Whenever you're thinking real estate, whenever you're thinking investments, whenever you're thinking about planning for the long term, think Keen Real Estate Group. They're generating wealth for generations. KeenGroup.ca. If your goal is to purchase a car and to make the process as simple as possible, just get a car broker, guys. You just get a car broker. Big shout out to our homeboy, Hamsdale Jacques, the owner of hjcourtierauto.com. That's HJCOURTIERAUTO.com. If you're a small to medium-sized business and you're getting started and you're ready to go to that next level, what do you need? You need a phone line and you need a website. Think Mainstream Digicom. They got all your telecommunication needs checked. MainstreamDigicom.com. You're trying to get out on the web. You're trying to understand how to navigate through ads. Check out Java Logics for all your marketing, your digital marketing. Where would we be without Preston? I don't even know. Check out Java Logics. I give thanks to Preston for what he's done for the OFC. The amount of positive reviews we've gotten from all his referrals, we're proud to stand behind his work. Check out javalogics.com. No, it's not just because he's my brother. It's because you can't talk hip-hop in Montreal without saying M City Solo. Guys, check out his latest project, In My Fields, available on mcitysolo.com. If it's not one of the hardest new EPs to hit Montreal, come and let me know. You already know. It's your boy, Pharaoh, bigging up, mcitysolo.com. Keeping the culture alive. I gotta give thanks to West Can Folk Performing Company. For the last 40 years plus, they've been promoting our culture through song, drum, and dance, educating youth, the children, the seniors. Just check them out, westcanfolk.com.
Girl, what are you cooking?
My curry chicken.
Ooh, you're burning it.
Oh, gosh, it looks so...
It's okay, girl. You need the Curry House. They have the best Caribbean food in town. 2 locations in Montreal, West Island and Côte-Neige. For more information, follow Caribbean Curry House, MTL. Don't forget to mention the Empower Hour for your 10% discount.
So, who placed in the order?
Me.
DeVito, WizKid, Burna Boy. Those are just some of the big names that's blessed Montreal thanks to Afrobeats Montreal. Definitely check out Afrobeats MTL for all concerts, show listings, everything that has to do with Afrobeats in the city. Check out Afrobeats MTL. One full circle. We are the Melanated Community Resource Hub and Network. What does that mean? We're here for each other.
So, do you guys remember Straight Up Now Tell Me? That's Paula Abdul, right?
Yeah.
Y'all seen some pictures of Paula Abdul lately?
No.
Paula Abdul.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we know Paula Abdul is an old girl.
Mm-hmm.
But Paula Abdul got some pictures online right now where Paula is looking 16. And why did they say this is Paula Abdul Jr.?
Oh, no.
I am over social media, but it brings the thought to mind. And I see a lot of people talking about it these days. And I wanted to ask you guys a question, because she obviously got some work done. Are you guys opposed to getting work done? Are you opposed to cosmetic surgery, or would you guys be willing to get a little a little tweaking when you start to get older?
I'm personally, I'm not for it at all. Like but that's me. I'm not.
You're let's say,
Yeah.
would you be mad if Shy wanted to get tweaking?
Yeah, I would just I wouldn't tell her she can or cannot. But I wouldn't encourage it. Like, I don't think it's necessary. I think if you're evolving naturally and you're taking care of yourself in a certain way, you're like, who you are and what you are is who you are and what you are, like, I just feel like having to actually to spend money to do plastic surgery, I just feel that you're kind of doing the most. Like, unless there's certain circumstances, like I know women who've had breast reduction because their breasts were like hurting their back and different things like that. That's one thing. But if it's like cosmetic, just so your face could look younger, I think that's really doing the most, like, I in my opinion.
How about you, Gigi?
Whatever makes you happy in life. I understand that, and I know that women, we've been marketed to for as long as I could know, any magazine, and that's the difference between women and men when it comes down to cosmetic surgery. We've been marketed to tell us that we're not good enough, we're not skinny enough, we're not big bootied enough, we're not tall enough, short enough, all these different things. And that's created a lot of insecurities. And it's even been tenfold with social media with this next generation. So I don't want to be the one to have to tell somebody, because I've been the one to tell someone like, but you're beautiful. But I also understand that even for myself, when someone tells me like, you look great or whatnot, if you don't feel great, you don't feel great. So I'm not one to have to tell you what to do and how you do it. However, these duck lips that are coming out here, y'all going a little too far with the lips are protruding in a weird way on your face.
Damn, I'm about to get those.
No, you're not, Kiyha. I mean,
okay,
if it makes you happy,
you tell us, Kiyha.
Damn it, Gigi.
If it makes you happy. However, at the end of the day, too, like, P, you share something, you're part of the problem. Stop. You know what I mean? Stop.
I'm just saying, because no, sometimes you get this plastic. It was just ironic because I just got that image like yesterday, and I was like, oh, look at that, because I just find it, you don't think about that, but like these women who have that have plastic surgeries that completely change their face. When you have a child, your child is going back to your original default setting, eh? Like, your child is coming out with what you were. So you're like, that nose you're trying to get rid of, those lips, like, yo, that's you, B. I'm sorry, like, like your child is not going to inherit the plastic surgery. I'm just saying.
Plastic surgery is more psychological than it is about the physical change, and I think we need that discussion is not had enough.
Well said. It is a mental
on that. I don't want you to propagate what the problem is, psychology, with that mental problem that you're propagating there too, because we need to make a change of how, and that's happening slowly but surely, especially when you're seeing the different shapes and sizes of women in ads and stuff, in advertisement and stuff like that. It's just it's the same thing as we women have to start telling each other that we love each other, that we are not that we're not in competition with each other. There's more than enough men out there, even though they want to be like, oh, there's like 1 man for every 10 women. That's a lie. It's just a mental issue at the end of the day.
Yes. I think about this when P just said that. I thought about Kylie Jenner. So Kylie Jenner, and I'm gonna go back to this because I'm like, Lord. Kylie Jenner was not such an attractive girl, and she got herself fixed up, and what ended up happening, she had a kid, and everybody was like, Lord, they do know that her old face might kick in. Well, her daughter actually looks like, I think, what she's been painting herself to look like all this time.
Wow.
That's why they black men.
Right. The lips that she was missing, the cheekbones that she was missing. Her daughter looks like all of that, but her daughter kind of looks like her when she was little, just with black features. And I think that's something that she decided that she was going to do that, or why it might have been something that was inside of her, because she wanted her kids to have what she was lacking. And her daughter actually looks like her plastic surgery self. So it's crazy. But for those of you who are not happy with what you look like, and you start to think about people like the Kardashians in regards to, I want you to go back and look at some of the old pictures of Kim Kardashian when she looked like Jafar, because she was not, none of them were cute. But let me remind you, the problem is not that you're not pretty. The problem is that you're broke. But if you have money, you definitely get better looking. So don't worry about it. And let's not, make ourselves upset about the things that we cannot change. And if you feel like you want to get a little tweaking, get it done, baby. Get your money up and do it. Brazilian soccer legend Pelé has died at the age of 82. Now,
82? Wow.
82. Now, this guy brought some wins and he was world renowned. So we want to send out all the love. We know that soccer players just don't get as much play as they should. They're not out here pushing them like they push these basketball players and these football players. So, but
in North America, because soccer players, aka football players, are some of the highest players in sport, period.
Yeah, but they don't get the play. They don't get the press. You don't see them in the commercials. You don't see them in the music videos. You see these different basketball stars and stuff being, lifted up in hip hop culture, but you don't really see these guys. And that's just, for me, I think that's a little something, but this is someone that we definitely need to mention. And I don't know why he wasn't in Biggie Smalls' videos. I don't know why Tupac never put him in a video, but the brother is 82 and passed away. And I literally just learned about Pelé like 2 weeks ago. I think that, we should know these people more. Fashion designer Vivienne Westwood passes away at the age of 81. She was actually pretty dope. Her lines were all very grungy and very popular. So rest in peace to that queen. So, do you guys know social media? He's like, I guess you could say like a guru, Andrew Tate.
It sounds familiar. Yeah, Andrew Tate. Yeah.
I need y'all to go and check out Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate is one of those guys that puts you in the mind of, what's the guy that died this year? Kevin Samuels. He does what's the other guy that just got divorced? He's getting a divorce with his wife.
Yeah, but that guy you're talking about, he did the opposite of Kevin Samuels. He was all just supposed to be like a woman warrior, and then and then
just the same kind of satire though, like really like, talking about relationships and how women should be and how men should be. Well, Andrew Tate is one of these people, but yesterday, Andrew Tate was reportedly arrested in Romania for human trafficking, him and his brother. And I want to shed some light on this because I just feel like if you out here, telling people how to do the right thing, you need to be trying to do the right thing too. This is crazy that all of these people that are in social media that are telling people what to do and how to live their lives is out here doing the most.
Yeah.
No, they're predators. They're predators, and that's how they get the public to allow them into their homes. And that's probably elevated their human trafficking. Same with homeboy who's getting divorced with his wife. I'm sure all the women started flocking to him because like, oh, you really understand us. You're a narcissist, sir. And that's how you got all your girls. You guys aren't doing this for the good of the people. You're doing it to push your agenda.
It's very a la R. Kelly. Go ahead.
At this point, I'm about to really start doing background work on some of these shows that I'm watching and, listening to prior to listening to them, because there's nothing more heartbreaking than having a great pastor and then finding out that he does drugs. It's
or that he got two families, or that he's sleeping with all the congregation.
Yeah.
Or that you're siphoning your money. I mean, we could go on, but not my segment.
Yes, it's a thing. So we got to start doing our background work on some of these people that we lifting up into these power positions and taking advice from them, because wow. People right now are reacting to a viral video that allegedly shows Kim Kardashian's dogs living in the garage. Listen, they some old little dogs. You know them cute little shoo-shoo foo-foo dogs, but they old, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the dogs is doodling all over the garage. Well, you would think Kim Kardashian got a dog's potty trained. You would think that they got a whole toilet that they sit on and flush, right? Anyways, they are.
Or at least they had somebody who come in and clean it. Something gross.
Something. You got to get them some. Come on. But they got beds and they have pee pads, right? And that's cool. Pee pads are cool, but that means somebody ain't got to come and get them and pick them up and take them somewhere. Well, they did the videos, and in the videos they had poo pads and pee pads down and all that stuff. It was just something. I just honestly expected that. I thought that her dogs would be literally like doodling on the toilet. That's really what I thought.
You're such a nerd.
No, honestly, Kim Kardashian's dogs don't wipe their bum with toilet paper. They lick it like regular dogs. Weird. What is really happening in Hollywood? Jeez, Breeze. No, but honestly, in all honesty, the garage was clean. It was huge. It's probably bigger than some of our houses, and dogs live there. So that was actually quite cool to watch because Kim Kardashian's dogs live like real people. This is where we must talk about the pièce de résistance because this will be my last topic of the day. Last week, we talked about the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion case. And though we all have different opinions about the situation and had different forecasts for what would happen shortly after we recorded the show, a verdict was reached and Tory Lanez had been found guilty on all charges.
My heart dropped when I heard that still, like we were cracking jokes about it and stuff like that. But the reality of like him being found guilty, I was like, oh, I didn't really think that was going to happen. So jail sucks. And like, he's a Canadian, right? Like, I feel like he's kind of like one of us. And I feel like that really sucks that he's going through that.
More than that, the amount of time.
That's it.
They didn't sentence him with the time. They found him guilty, but they give him
guilty and up to. They're saying he could serve up to.
They haven't announced how much time he's actually going to spend if he actually spends time too, because up to 20 is the maximum. His celebrity might be able to. Someone said he's going to get deported
to Canada.
But like I always want to, like, not for nothing, I think we also put celebrities on a pedestal and we don't treat them like humans. Take away the fact that he's Tory Lanez, take away the fact that he's Canadian, take away the fact of all these things said and done. And I appreciate how some people feel like, oh, he didn't do it, but they said that about R. Kelly too. The thing about it too, at the end of the day, and like, not to mention, I love me some Trey Songz too, but he's going to court right now for physical abuse. And so again, not his first time. So I love Tory. I love Trey and his music and all that stuff too. But at the end of the day, they're humans, and they're humans who did things that were violence against women, period. And coming out of a pandemic where there was a lot of femicide, I'm having a little bit of a hard time being like, oh wow, poor Tory. If he really didn't do it, sure, great. But at the end of the day, if he did, hey,
right.
More women, I'm not here for it.
Yeah, see, this is the part of it for me, because when you're listening to the information that came out about the case, there's a couple of things that just make me believe that he didn't shoot her and that he was scared in the end because he knew because they know each other, that they would turn it around on him.
But it was his witness that put the nail in the coffin. The witness that they put on the stand was the one that destroyed his story. So the defendant said, bring this man on, the neighbor who saw stuff. And the neighbor's like, yeah, I saw a man who did this, that, and the third, and it destroyed their case. Had they not put that man on the stand?
But the man also said he's seen a woman discharge the gun first.
The witness that they put on the stand is who destroyed his own.
They did. And this is the part about these types of cases that I cannot stand, that I hate, because you're taking someone else's word who is susceptible to making a mistake, to forgetting, to misconstruing stuff, because perception is everything. And me and you could see the same thing go down and describe it totally differently, depending on how we were raised, the type of dialect that we use, if we know how to communicate the words that or the things that we've seen properly. Well, what I'm experiencing with this case is that they taken the words of individuals over the actual proof. You got some proof that says that on the clip, the person who loaded the gun is female. The person who put the bullets in the gun is a female. It's female DNA, not male DNA. So it behooves me how now, and I don't remember any criminal case in the US going this fast. They say you have the right to a speedy trial, but I ain't seen nobody convicted this fast or charged this fast in my life. This is like crazy. They ain't took one recess. Like, what is y'all? They did one day and went home and came back and charged the man. What is going on?
They do that with celebrity cases because of how you can get tainted by the media. celebrity cases do go much faster than the
Johnny Depp and Amber Heard was in the courtrooms for a month. Tory and them were in there for a week. They made him guilty very fast. I'm just saying, to reach that guilty verdict, they did it very, very fast. And I feel like there's some payola going on. You know, I always do my little predictions. I'm just gonna say it. Tory Lanez's father came out of the courtroom and said some things, and he dropped some bombs. And he said,
"I didn't understand that though, Queen. I didn't understand. Like, where? Like, I was hoping you could shed some light on. Like, where does Jay-Z come into this? Like, was he like?
Well, the father is insinuating that Megan Thee Stallion was supposed to be recruiting Tory Lanez for Roc Nation.
Okay.
And he refused. Pretty much, this is why they're saying it went so bad. Also, that the Roc Nation paid the team that was supposed to be, this is allegedly, the team that was supposed to be supporting Tory Lanez ended up being tainted because they got money from Roc Nation. He's also saying that there was some people that were involved in the hierarchy of this case, the DA and somebody else he was talking about, that pretty much he's saying like sold Tory Lanez to the courts. So this is a term that we call like sitting on your hands. So when someone else got more money, they pretty much come and pay your lawyer. You pay your lawyer, but then they come and pay your lawyer to go against you. So you think your lawyer is on your side the whole time, and then the lawyer sells you. So they're saying this because Tory Lanez's lawyer allegedly received hundreds of thousands to $1 million, and to have a guilty verdict very, very early on, which is not happen, right? The lawyer is supposed to postpone it, come back in a month. If the judge don't look like they talking right, or they have a particular bias, it gives you some time to switch out the judge, to get some other things lined up. And it just looks like nobody is working in Tory's favor. And I'm very sad to hear that. I can't lie. I don't condone the domestic abuse situations. I can't root for that. But however, I don't know if that's what was happening in this case. There's no evidence that they've had any fights beforehand, that they've ever been aggressive with each other before. But there was one witness who came on, and he was Megan Thee Stallion's witness. And they said that Megan was super aggressive in Kylie Jenner's house, and that he told her to leave several times before she started to trip. Because at one point in time, she actually said something nasty to Kylie. And then the stylist told her, like, listen, I think you should go. And I'm not comfortable us being the last Black folks left back in the house. Like, I just feel like this don't feel right. And we need to go. And Megan was turned up and angry and act like she was refusing to leave at one point in time. So I hope that right now a petition is going around for people to sign. Not just if you believe that Tory Lanez should be not guilty, but if you believe that the trial wasn't given a fair trial, that the case was not looked into enough, please sign this petition. Because as we know, because I spoke about it before, and if you go on the Empower Hour page on Facebook, there's an article that I had spoke about where I had to go and look how many celebrities have been charged with domestic abuse. And if you go and look at the list, there's hundreds of them, mostly white, and none of them did 20 years. None of them did any time at all. So I need us to just go and really just be more diplomatic about what we're doing. And when we, pushing these sentences on people, and remember that these are real people, and Megan Thee Stallion is up booty popping and dropping it like it's hot. There's nothing wrong with her legs. And so we need to start looking at what's really going on here, because they said Megan Thee Stallion, they saying she was shot, but some fragments from off of a bullet hit her leg. Tory Lanez is a man who probably goes to the gun range often. If he wanted to shoot her, he would have shot her. And this is why I believe that when they say that the gun was loaded by a woman and that she didn't actually get shot, that the concrete was shot and the shards went into her leg, I believe that it was Kelsey using that gun because she can't shoot. That's my segment. That's my take on this. That's my piece with this. Shout out to Tory and the entire Peterson family. We sending love to y'all. Shout outs to everybody who had birthdays in these last 2 weeks. I have not been on Facebook. I actually deleted the app off my phone. So my daily reminder of when everyone's birthdays are, which you guys know, I never remember anyone's birthdays because I love everybody so much that there's too many birthdays to remember. So happy birthday to everybody who had a birthday and I missed it. I love you. It doesn't mean I love you any less. But yeah, that was my shout outs. And, happy New Year, everybody. Let's make this year our best. So this was another episode of Kiyha's Jambaliyha. And I wish you all the best in this new year. And keep your heads up.